And so we continue on into level 3 of the Quake playthrough in the Necropolis, instantly introduced to both the grenade launcher and the newest enemy type, the zombies. Now, zombies can only be killed if you either blow them up with a grenade or a rocket launcher, or you can kill them if you have quad damage with any weapon apart from the nail gun. You get a good enough hit on them and you'll give them in one shot with the super shotgun, for example. There's also armour behind this bar here. Armour in Quake comes in 3 varieties, from worst to best, green, yellow and red, each absorbing 30, 60 and 80% damage respectively. This bit's a little sneaky. This is sort of the point in Quake where it really feels, while you're playing on Harder Nightmare, that it's starting to ramp up. This room in particular, where you have to fight, well, 2 of the Yeti-like beasts, the Shamblers, in a row. At this point when I was playing this, I hadn't actually read that the Shamblers in Quake have an inbuilt resistance to the light nail gun. Normally a nail does 9 damage per hit in a light nail gun, 18 in super nail gun. Shamblers, while using the light nail gun, that goes down to 7. It still does the full 18 with the super nail gun, as far as I know. But yeah, it's not a good weapon to be using on them. I clean up these, I believe they're called Scrags, the flying creatures, which are probably even weaker than the grunts, to be honest. Now, dropping down to this level, I mop up a few zombies that are remaining. They can hurt you by throwing chunks of flesh, it looks and feels like, at you from a distance, but you'd have to be surrounded by them before that became any kind of concern. Dropping below the water level here, I'll go up to find an ability, an item called, it's not the Ring of Invisibility, I believe it's called the Ring of Shadows, which actually turns you invisible for around 30 seconds or so. It's not really all that useful in a single player game, given that all it does is hide you from the enemies until you start shooting at them. And in fact, it's more suited for a multiplayer game where it makes you completely invisible apart from your eyes, giving you a chance to sort of sneak up on your opponent but still not get caught out if they're too clever, and the same way as sort of a predator suit, I suppose. Now, after clearing up these ogres, I should point out an ogre has in the Quake world 200 health compared to a normal grunt with 30, a demon with 300 and a shambler with 600, just to give you an idea of the resistances in comparison to each other. Like I say, a nail gun does either 9 or 18 damage depending on whether it's a super variation. A direct hit with a grenade or a rocket launcher does about 110. I should probably find how much a shotgun does as well, actually. Shotgun in Quake 1 does 24 if all 6 pellets connect. So obviously it is a case of accuracy with a shotgun more than anything. Double barreled shotgun incidentally does 56 if all 14 connect. Anyhow, I'll move on to this. The way the level design in Quake is, the colours and so on, it reminds me a lot of the game Dark Souls. It's got a lot of same of the dungeon-like style to it. Traps and spikes shooting out from all areas. You could almost sort of swap the characters around and play each game in each other's respective style, but I digress. Anyhow, now after killing out these 3 ogres here, I'll jump up to the top here and open the door, push the button to open these 4 doors, rather smoothly dropping a grenade in each of them to dispatch the zombies while waiting there. Again, just trying to kill out each zombie to get that 100% kill run maintained. I didn't actually notice that zombie there. I was getting damaged, I didn't realise why. I spun round, saw him at the corner of my eye and just threw a grenade at him. Opening this door and revealing this demon, who almost becomes a hassle until he gets stuck on the door. Gets me to this point where killing these 2 ogres above me will raise the bars behind me, allowing me to get into that portal pick up some yellow armour while I'm at it, and also the, I believe, last secret of the level. Oh no, now it looks like the point where we become a Quake sandwich, but fear not, it's not anywhere near that dangerous or cheesy, because it will of course separate and lead us up to the final encounter of this level. Now, this part got a little irritating on one of my previous recordings. After a few seconds, the lift which took us up there will lower back down. Now, the same thing happened on this recording, where a demon leapt onto the platform and fell down. Quite amusing how often they get bugged out on either the edge of riverbanks or the edge of platforms like that. Except in the previous playthrough I didn't have any grenades, so jumping down to kill him off with a shotgun, I was dismayed to find out that you couldn't actually get back up. So that was that recording cancelled. Anyway, with those demons dispatched, we'll move on to this last shambler here. It's almost easier to get up close to him, let him miss with his melee attack, and then start plugging away at him. But never mind, we'll pick up the shotgun shells and end level 3.